Hello.
Good morning. A very
Good
welcome
morning.
to each and every one of you. It is my first class, BCS 041, Fundamentals of Computer Networks. Now, one by one, type your enrollment number for attendance.
Sir, written.
Okay. Now, just now again. Okay. Today I will discuss BCS 041. In this unit, you know it, in this paper, you know it that 4 blocks in BCS 041. Block 1,
Okay, sir.
concept of communication and networking. Block 2, network and device. Block 3, transport and application layer. And block 4, network design and security. In this class, I will discuss 2 units of block 1. Block 1 also consists of 4 units. 2 units I discuss in this class, and next 2 units of block 1 I will discuss today's class, which will start from 3 p.m. Okay.
Okay, sir.
All of you please write your enrollment number for your
Sir,
attendance.
written.
Then I will start. Okay. Others one. Then I will start. 14 students till now. Okay. Please mute. All of you please mute. Noise coming from someone. Please mute. All of you. Okay. So BCS 041, Fundamentals of Computer Network. Block 1, Basic of Data Communication. First I will start Unit 1. Till now joining someone. Okay. Unit 1, Basics of Data Communication. First I will discuss concept of communication system. Just 1 second. Actually, what is data communication? Data communication is defined as exchange of data between two devices via some form of transmission media, such as cable. Suppose you want to call someone by telephone line. The telephone line is the medium. You are sender, and the others end will be receiver. Okay, so that basic component of data communication, I discuss components of data communication system, at first I say what is data communication. Data communication is defined as exchange of data between two devices via some form of transmission media, such as cable, wire, or it can be air or vacuum also. For occurrence of data communication, communicating devices must be a part of communication system made up of a combination of hardware or software devices and program. Generally, 5 components of a data communication system. Message, sender, receiver, transmission medium, and set of rules. First, message. This is the most useful asset of data communication system. The message simply refers to data or piece of information which is to be communicated. A message could be in any form. It may be in the form of text, file, audio file, video file, or any form. These are actual key main thing of data communication system. So message is the most useful of data communication system. And the second one, sender. To transfer message from source to destination, someone must be there who will play role of a source. Sender plays part of a source in data communication system. It is simple a device that sends data message. The device could be in form of computer, mobile, telephone, laptop, video, camera, or anything. And the receiver, it is the destination where finally message sent by source has arrived. It is a device that receives message. Same as sender, receiver can also be in form of a computer, telephone, mobile, or understand or workstation. And the medium, in entire process of data communication, there must be a something which could act as bridge between sender and receiver. Transmission medium plays that part. It is actually physical part by which data or message travels from sender to receiver. Transmission medium could be guided, twisted pair, or unguided. I will discuss this in later. So now you see my board. It is actually PowerPoint screen where I will write something. So actually for data communication, I already mentioned 5 main components. One is number one, message. All of you hear my voice?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Number two, sender. Number three, medium. Number four, receiver. And number five, set of rules. This set of rules actually called protocol. Later chapter, protocol discussed. So set of rules. For data communication, various set of rules had been already designed by the designer of the communication systems, which represent a kind of arrangement between communicating device. Someone now try to join. Designed by the designer of the communication system, which represent a kind of agreement between communicating devices. These are defined as protocol. In simple terms, the protocol is a set of rules that govern data communication. If two different devices are connected, but there is no protocol among them, there would not be any kind of communication between those two devices. Thus, the protocol is necessary for data communication to take place. A typical example of data communication system is sending an email. The user which sends email act as sender. Suppose you want to email someone. So you are now here sender. The user which sends email act as sender. Message is data which user want to send. Receiver is one whom user want to send message. There are many protocol involved or rules involved in this entire process. One of them is SMTP, Simple Mail Transfer Protocol. Both sender and receiver must have an internet connection which uses a wireless medium to send and receive email. So these are basic concept of communication system. Now I will discuss analog and digital communication. Have you any idea what is analog and what is digital communication? Any idea? Anyone can tell about analog and digital communication? Hello? What is actually analog and digital communication?
Sir, in analog communication, there is no electronics or there is no automatic devices involved. In digital communication, we have microchips and processors that make the devices more automatic and more easy to use. But analog devices or analog communication is not is more hard to use.
Okay, okay. Actually, signal. Till now, someone try to join. Saurabh Manna. Okay. Actually, signal is an electromagnetic wave that carries information through physical medium. Here the data is converted into electromagnetic signal either as analog or digital and sent from sender to receiver. Voltage, current are few times varying quantities that are used to represent data. By varying these quantities, which respect to time, data can be transmitted. Similarly, signal is also represented as the function of the frequency domain rather than time domain. For communicating between two systems, a message signal is passed through encoder and modulator to transmit through a medium, while it is passed to decoder and demodulator to receive the message signal at the other end. Signals are divided into mainly two categories based on their nature. Signals which are continuous as the varying in nature are analog signal. Signal which actually it is means like this picture. Waveform. Signal which are continuous as time varying in nature are analog signals. A signal which are discrete are called as digital signal. Analog signal is a form of electrical energy, voltage, current or electromagnetic power for which there is a linear relationship between electrical quantity and the
Sir,
value. Hello?
sir, these are transverse waves.
Yes, yes, yes. The signal whose amplitude takes any value in a continuous range. Suppose no signal means 0 and high quality signal means 1. Suppose the signal is like that. Very good signal means near about 1. Very faint And high quality signal means near about 1. Very low quality signal means near about 0. So, if the signal is like this form, near it to 0, in this point signal is not very trendy, but in this point signal is very high quality signal. But in the case of digit, so some, again I saying analog signal is a form of electrical energy. I already mentioned the signal whose amplitude takes any value. Suppose it is 0 and it is 1. So it can take different value in this point, 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 any value between 0 and 1. Voltage, current, frequency, pressure, sound, light, temperature are the physical variables that are measured with respect of their changes, with respect to time to obtain information. When voltage versus time graph is plotted, we see curve with continuous value like sine wave, These signals are more subject to noise as they travel through the medium. This noise results in information loss in the signal. And the digital signal, in this case, either this signal is present or this signal is absent. So either 0 or 1, no other value in between 0 and 1. Suppose it is 0 and it is 1. The signal is like that. Zero means no present, or 1 means present and full quality. So signal, some good signal, excellent signal, not concept. Either absent of a signal or high quality, full quality signal 1. Either present or absence. No other value in between 0 and 1. So the signal whose amplitude takes only limited value, either 0 or 1, is called digital signal. Digital signal are discrete. They contain only distinct values. Digital signals carry binary data that is 0 or 1 in the form of bits. It can only contain one value at a period of time. Digital signals are represented as actually square wave or clock signal. The minimum value is 0 voltage, whereas the maximum value is 5 voltage. Digital signals are less subject to noise compared to analog signal. Transmission of digital data in analog channel is done by a process called modulation. Actually, if you compare digital signal and analog signal is continuous and varying time. It is very important question, the difference between analog signal and digital signal. Analog signal is continuous and time varying, whereas digital signals have 2 or more states and in binary form, two states in binary form. Troubleshooting of analog signal are difficult because continuous value, more values between 0 and 1, more points. So difficult to diagnose any error. So troubleshooting of analog signal are difficult, whereas troubleshooting of digital signal are easy. An analog signal is usually in the form of sine wave, whereas digital signal square wave. Easy affected by the noise analog signal, but digital signal less prone to noise. Analog signal use continuous value to represent the data. Digital signal use discrete value. Accuracy of the analog signals may be affected by noise, whereas accuracy of the digital signal are immune from the noise. Analog signals may be affected by during data transmission, digital not affected. analog signal use more power, but digital signal use less power. The circuit of analog signal is based on more states. So the circuit of analog signal is more complex compared with digital signal. And the devices used in analog signals are more expensive than digital signal. So these are all the concept of data communication and the concept of digital signal and analog signal. Do you know which types of signal use computer?
Digital, sir.
Yes, very good. But digital signal also have a limitation, that is digital signal cannot travel long distance. If you send digital signal from to long distance, it cannot travel. Signal lost after some times. So for this causes, if you want to send any data, computer use digital signal. If you want to send data from one place to long distance, you cannot use digital signals. So use first convert digital data to analog and then you send it. And on the opposite end, after receiving, analog data convert to digital to read the actual data. And for this we use a special device called modem, means modulator and demodulator. I will discuss it in later. Do you understand what I am saying?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. And the
Sir,
next one is, hello?
sir, we can also use repeaters.
Yes. Actually, different network devices available, like repeater and bridge, router, gateway, modem. Different devices are used and their function also different. I will discuss it in later chapter when I will discuss different network devices. Now just I'm saying what actually is digital signal and what actually is
Okay,
analog signal, and it is very important for the examination, the difference between analog signal and digital signal.
okay, sir. Thank you.
Now the next point is data communication and data communication mode. Actually, data transmission are of two types. One is parallel and another is serial. Do you know what is serial transmission and what is parallel transmission? Hello?
No, sir.
There are two methods used for transferring data between computer. They are serial transmission and parallel transmission. In serial transmission, data bit flow from one component to another computer in bidirectional. Suppose, and one by one. Suppose computer 1, just you see my board. Computer 1, suppose it is a place and it is another place. It is a very thin bridge. Suppose 10% want to go from this place to this place. Only very thin bridge width is very limited. So in this case, 10% not travel from here to here simultaneously. First person, after second person, after third person, because the width of this bridge is very less. After fourth person, then fifth person, then sixth person, and same way 10%, one by one. So it is called serially. First one, next one, and next one serially. If the bridge width is like more, then 10% can travel side by side simultaneously. First one is called serial and second one is called parallel. Suppose from one computer to another computer, only one data path. So if you want to send some data, it goes one by one, first one, second one, and third one, and next one, and next one. It is called serially, so serial transmission. And the other case, if the data path is width is very high, suppose 8 bit, then 8 data can go simultaneously. Okay, do you understand what I am saying?
Yes, sir.
So in parallel transmission, many bits are flow together. In serial transmission, one bit, bit by bit, serially. But in the case of parallel transmission, many bits are flow together simultaneously from one computer to another computer. Parallel, so you easily can identify which one is speedy, faster transmission, serial or parallel, which one?
Sir,
Parallel.
parallel.
Parallel, because more data path.
Yes, sir.
So parallel transmission is faster than serial transmission to transmit the bits. Parallel transmission is used for short distance. If you send data for long distance, so many data part, if you want to use many data part, it is not possible. Actually, too much costly. Parallel transmission is too much costly because more data part required, physical data part required. So in the case of long distance, you use serial. In the case of very short distance, you can use parallel transmission. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So in serial transmission, data flow in bidirectional. Or is parallel transmission, data flow in multiple lines. Transmission is cost effective. Serial transmission data speed slow, whereas in parallel transmission data speed is fast. Serial transmission used in long distance, whereas parallel transmission is used in short distance. Serial transmission is simple, parallel transmission relatively complex. Serial transmission also are of two types. One is synchronous and another is asynchronous. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay. In asynchronous transmission, data is sent in the form of byte or character. This transmission is the half duplex type. I will mention it in my next topics when I discuss. So actually serial transmission are of two types. One is synchronous and another is asynchronous. Synchronous is used to describe a continuous and consistent time transfer of data block. Synchronous data transmission is a data transfer method in which a continuous stream of data signal is accompanied by timing signal to ensure that the transmitter and the receiver are in the step with one another. Whereas in asynchronous transmission work in the must insert a start bit. Suppose just you see in the case of asynchronous transmission, suppose you want to send this bit one by one, serial transmission mode. At first, in the case of asynchronous transmission, first start bit. First is send start bit, means one bit. After start bit, send this bit. After completion of this bit sending, then stop bit. It means one bit sending completed. Then again start bit and send this bit. Then stop bit. Then again start bit. Send this bit. Then stop bit. So before one bit, start bit, and after one bit, stop bit. So start and stop bit. The term asynchronous is used to describe the process where transmitted data is encoded with start and stop bit, specifying the beginning and ending of each character. This additional bit provides the timing or synchronization for the connection by indicating when a complete character has been sent or received. Thus, timing for each character begin with the start bit and end with the stop bit. When gap appears between character transmission, the asynchronous line is said to be in a mark state. So these are the
So
differences
what is the mark
between.
state?
I will mention it in later. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So data transmission are of two types. One is serial, another is parallel. Serial transmission actually low cost, another parallel transmission high cost. For serial transmission, only one line. For parallel transmission, more data path. So it is costly and expensive. Serial transmission are of two types, asynchronous and synchronous. And the next point is simplex and half duplex. Do you know what is simplex and what is half duplex and full duplex?
Sir, simplex means only communication from one side only, and
Okay.
duplex is communication from both sides. And
Okay.
full duplex is communication from both sides at the same time.
Okay. Till now, someone try to join. Just wait. All students who are joined late, please type your name and enrollment number for attendance just now. Then I will start. Please type your name and enrollment numbers, the student who are joined late. Okay. So the transmission mode means transferring data between two devices. It is also known as a communication mode. Buses and networks are designed to allow communication to occur between individual devices that are interconnected. There are three types of transmission modes: simplex, half duplex, full duplex. You can say two types. One is simplex, another is duplex, and you can also divide duplex into half duplex and full duplex. Both cases are right. So in simplex mode, the communication is unidirectional. As one to one. Only one of the two devices on a link can transmit. The other can only receive. The simplex mode can use the entire capacity of the channel to send data in one direction. For example, keyboard and traditional monitor. The keyboard can only introduce input. You can type data from keyboard to system, but system to keyboard not possible.
Yes, sir. The
From
TV also.
system, yes. From system to monitor, monitor display data from system to monitor, but from monitor to system, not possible. So these are example of simplex. Half duplex. In half duplex mode, each station can both transmit and receive, but not at the same time. When one device is sending, the other can only receive, and vice versa, not same time. The half duplex mode is used in case when there is no need of communication in both directions at the same time. The entire capacity of the channel can be utilized for each direction. Example, walkie-talkie, in which message is sent one at a time, and messages are sent in both directions, but not simultaneously. Suppose in simplex, from A to from B, just one direction, not this direction possible. It is simplex. But in half duplex, A to B, and after completion, then B to A. Not simultaneously possible. And in full duplex mode, both stations can transmit and receive simultaneously. In full duplex mode, signals going in one direction share the capacity of the link with signal going in another direction. This sharing can occur in two ways. Either the link must contain two physically separate transmission buds, one for sending and the other for receiving, or the capacity is divided between signals traveling in both directions. Full duplex mode is used when communication in both directions is required all the time. The capacity of the channel, however, must be divided between the two directions. Example, telephone network, in which there is communication between two persons by a telephone line, through which both can talk and listen at the same time. Suppose here A one end and B another end. From A to B and B to A, data transmission simultaneously, like normal telephone system. And the next one is okay. And the next one is data communication mode, networking protocol and standard. What are networking protocol actually? Hello? Do you know?
No, sir, I don't know.
Anyone? Any idea? Basic idea, not elaborate idea required.
Sir, networking protocols
Sir.
are those sets of rules
Sir.
that are mentioned to establish a communication of two devices that follow a set of rules.
Yes,
Those
yes,
are
yes.
called networking protocols.
Yes. Actually, in order to make communication successful, now someone want to join. 10:42, only 18 minutes left. Balaram Saha, you joined too late. Please, you now type your name and enrollment number for your attendance. You type your name and enrollment number now for attendance. Hello. Okay, in order to make communication successful, between devices, some rules and procedures should be agreed upon at the sending and receiving end of the system. Such rules and procedures are called as protocols. My voice is clear? Hello?
So, any example?
I'll tell. Actually, it is block 1, most probably block 2 is completely described. In there, completely describe the protocol, difference protocol. Okay. Just in this unit, what is protocol mentioned? Later, I will discuss this elaborately.
Okay, sir.
In order to make communication successful between devices, some rules and protocols should be agreed upon at the sending and receiving ends of the system. Such rules and procedure are called as protocol. Different types of protocol are used for different types of communication. Different standard also mentioned. Standards are the set of rules for data communication that are need for exchange of information among devices. It is important to follow standard which are created by various standard organizations like ISO, IEEE. So different rule may be applied for data communication, but standardization required. The standard required ISO standard. ISO means International Standard Organization. Actually, International Standard Organization only follows two protocols. One is OSI and another is TCP/IP. OSI means Open System Interconnect. It has also 7 layers: physical layers, data link layer, network layer, and different, actually 7 layers: lower layer physical layer and upper layer application layer. I will discuss this in our next classes. So difference protocol use, and another is TCP/IP. TCP/IP means transmission control protocol,
Protocol or
internet protocol. Actually, TCP/IP use in different purpose. It has only 4 layers. So network protocol are a set of rules governing exchange of information in an easy, reliable, and secure way. Before we discuss most common protocol used to transmit and receive data over a network, we need to understand how a network is logically organized or designed. The most popular model used to establish open communication between two systems is the Open System Interface or OSI. OSI model actually not a network architecture because it does not specify the exact services and protocol for each layer. It simply tells what each layer should do by defining its input and output data. It is up to the network architecture to implement the layer according to their needs and resource available. There are 7 layers of network OSI model: physical layer, data link layer, network layer, transport layer, session layer, presentation layer, application layer, all mentioned most probably block 2 or block 3. And another protocol is TCP/IP. It stands for Transmission Control Protocol, Internet Protocol. TCP/IP is a set of layer protocol used for communication over the internet. The communication model of this suite is client-server model. A computer that sends a request is the client, and a computer to which the request is sent is the server. TCP/IP has 4 layers: application layer, transport layer, network layer, and data link layer. The most important protocol used in TCP/IP are TCP/IP also consists of many protocols like FTP, file transfer protocol. It needs for network to come up primarily to facilitate sharing of file between different computers. Another is PPP, another is SMTP. I already mentioned just some time before, simple mail transfer protocol. It is used for email. Just now, how many students joined? 18. Actually, 16 students till now join. And the next one is, after networking standard, application of computer network. Where we apply computer network? Hello?
So in offices, in banks,
And others?
yes, sir. Means in
Any others one?
Sir, anywhere where computer is used, or maybe just like internet or local area or in a city, to connect one computer to another computer, we use computer network.
Okay. Any others one?
Hello.
So in
Hello.
all over the world where the
Sir,
internet is
exchange of
used,
data system.
Okay. Actually, computer network have become invaluable to organization as well as individuals. Some of the main user information and resource where sharing. Where you want to share something. Okay. Where you used to share something, there you can use network. Okay. So information and resource sharing, retrieving remote information, speedy inter-process communication, and different e-commerce, highly reliable system, cost-effective system, and others. The main concept, you can share something. Someone stored his data, you can share this data. Suppose in your organization, many computers, only one printer. You can share this printer. For this, you should use in network. If you want to buy 10 printer for 10 computer, it is costly, expensive. Only you can use one printer and share it with internet, with network. Then anyone of 10 computers can print something from this printer. Okay.
yes, sir.
Suppose in a server, more data available. Client from remote distance can use this data. So actually the main application of computer network is sharing. You can share. You already know. Do you know what is a client and server? Actually two systems. One is client server system and another is peer-to-peer system. Do you know what is client server system and what is peer-to-peer system?
Sir, in any two computers which communicate with each other are called the peer-to-peer system, and in between in two or more computers, is there any computer which is connecting any all of the computers in a network? It's called server system.
Actually, partially right. Actually, peer-to-peer means no control, no system, no administrator. Anyone can share anyone's data, no control. A, B,
Sir,
C, D, E, F. Hello?
sir, but in this system, data can be leaked.
Yes, yes, yes. Sometimes possible if security not very good. Suppose 10 computer A, B, C, D, and dot dot. A computer can send data to B. B computer can send data A. C computer can send data D. A computer, if C allow, A computer directly use floppy CD drive of C computer, printer of C computer, if C computer allow permission. But in the case of client server system, it is not possible. In this case, all A, B, C, D, all 10 computer managed by server. Actually, in this case, the main data, the printer, all something important devices connected only in server. A computer send request to server, that please I want to print something. And in the same time is B requested for printing. Server first, after completion of A, give permission B to print this data. Actually, central administration present in server system. When you use network only limited for with between limited computer like 1 to 10 computer in between you want to use network, then you can use client server system, peer-to-peer system. But for large organization or for large quantity number of computers when connected, then you must use peer-to-peer client server system. Otherwise, if not control very efficient way, network may crashes if more computer use. Okay.
Sir, in peer-to-peer system, there is actually no server server machine.
No, yes, yes.
No server
ser-
machine is
yes, yes,
present.
yes. Yes, no server machine present. Means all are server, all are client. No server machine present here.
Yes.
It is very easy network and basic network. Suppose you want for this peer-to-peer system, no extra computer, no extra software required. Suppose you want you to use in your home by in your very small lab where below computer number of computer below 10, then you use peer-to-peer system. In peer-to-peer system, if you use in between 5 computers, suppose computer A want to pin something, in that case you can tell the user of computer B, please you print something just after you. But in the case of client server system, here more computers connected. Suppose in one building, in one room 10 computer, another room 10 computer, another room 5 computer. In this case, manually it is not possible to tell others one that now you are printing, please you wait. So in this case, automatic controlling required. Okay, for this server is required. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So it is very secure. Peer-to-peer system not very secure. Client server system is very secure and efficient and reliable, but costly. Extra software required and extra device required. For long distance, you can use different devices. So it is costly, but security is very good. So now time going to end. Class now completed. Next class
3 p.m., sir.
3 p.m. Just wait. Okay. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Sir, which operating system you are using?
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Which
Hello.
operating system you are using, sir?
Different network system you can use, but for server system you can use Windows 2000 server or Windows 10 also. Okay.
Okay, sir. So Windows 10 can be used as a server system.
Different version Windows 10 different version available. Okay.
Okay.
And